Greetings, one and all. Lolly here, bringing you another blast from the past and another video game that is very near and dear to my heart and a huge part of my childhood, and that I have been very anxious to LP ever since I started. So, all of, 6 months ago. But whatever. Anyway, I present to you Dragon Warrior 4, or Dragon Quest if you prefer, but I played it way back in the day, so I still have a tendency to call it Dragon Warrior, or being just completely silly, mashing the two together and calling it Dragon Warrior, which seems to get giggles out of only me and Jen. But anyway, let us begin our new quest. I am your faithful host, Lolly, and we can actually choose who we are. And since I generally tend to be males in my game, I will actually be the true Lolly and be a female. But that doesn't matter because you don't even start as yourself. Chapter 1, The Royal Soldiers. This game is actually, as it implies, divided into chapters, and each chapter up until the last, which is your title character's chapter, you follow your companions that will join you later through their little stories and how they actually lead up to you, which I actually really love about this game. It's an interesting concept. So, anywho, story time. This is a story about royal soldiers of a small country called Burland. One of the royal soldiers is you, Ragnar. One morning, the king summons all the soldiers to the castle court. The king will speak to you. Listen carefully. Everyone at ease. You must have heard the rumor that children have been vanishing recently. The mothers from Isnit village came to me in tears this morning, begging for help. As the king of this country, I cannot ignore this problem any longer. Find the cause of these disappearances and report to me. Go, my soldiers! Oh, soldier, please find our children. They're alive, I know it. And thus, we are immediately thrown into the entire story of the first chapter. We have to find the missing children. Let's go slow, Ragnar. Let's go slow. This man obviously hates children. That's okay, though. First rule of this game, talk to everyone. Well, most everyone. What are you waiting for? Go! Go now! Be gone from here. I am counting on your good work, Ragnar. I'm hoping I didn't set the message speed too high. For long trips, take along medical herbs. I'm just so used to zipping through it. And I plan on reading most of the dialogue anyway, so if that concerns you, I'm sorry. I think you can actually turn it down later. If you get injured, return to the town and rest at an inn. So, if that is a problem, or my voice is just grating and annoying, let me know. If you keep walking outside, night will fall. Which I would say, duh, but game logic doesn't necessarily always work that way. Anyway, check drawers. There's stuff in them a lot of the times. Anyway, I think there's only just that one medical herb there. And even though I said talk to everyone, we're actually going to skip a bunch of these people. Because they are beginning people and tell us very little. Anywho, so growing up, I actually got more enjoyment watching my dad play this than I did playing it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing this game, but I just have so many more good memories of hanging out on like a lazy Sunday afternoon. Hey, Ragnar, still here? Haven't the others already left for Isnit village? Yeah, well, slow and steady, buddy. Slow and steady. Don't fall behind the other soldiers. Why not? I said we weren't going to talk to everybody. But anywho, I have many good memories of just being a lazy slob on a Sunday and watching my dad murder slimes. Anywho, we exit the castle and we are now in Burland town proper. A splendid castle always. I wish to be a royal soldier. Really? Say, can you take me along? Sure, old man. Let's go stomp on slimes together. Really? I shall follow you then. With all the speed of geriatrics on our side. Burland's king is good-natured and keeps taxes low. Unfortunately, he can't spend much on your equipment. Accumulate gold to buy more powerful weapons and armor. Be sure to equip yourself with them. Yeah, I'll probably paraphrase some people too. Anywho, guy in the top right, he sells items to you. Medical herbs, as we learned, will heal you. He also sells antidote herbs, which will cure you of poison. And he also sells fairy waters, which will keep critters from attacking you. Anywho, this is what we will be working for right from the get-go. A chain the sickle. Because while a copper sword is good and all, murdering things with a chain sickle, much more effective. Come here. This is the castle town of Burland. Need to talk to this lady? I'm Flora. My husband Alex hasn't returned from his last trip. Tell me if you see him. Yes, sure. I am your message boy. You still making it, old man? Too much for an old man. Go on alone, please. Aw. Alright. I will stab slimes in your name, old man. Ismit Village is on the coast beyond the cave west of this castle. See? If you'd never played this game before, valuable information. And I believe this dude sells you armor, which we do not need right now. Because if you've learned anything about me thus far, it is that if you have good offense, who needs defense? Ragnar, did you know? Some doors aren't locked. They open without a key. Again, I would say duh, but sometimes RPG logic leads us in strange directions. So, about the last thing to show here is we have the church, which serves as our healing and our saving. Well, more intricate healing than the inn. You tell him what we have done, and he shall write it down on the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. I've always loved that. It's not just, your game is saved. It is, your victories are documented for future generations, and it will become the treasure of this land. Some might be a little overdramatic, but hey. Alright, take our first steps out into the wide world. We read a signpost. Report the sighting of suspicious people, the King of Burland. Woo! And for first little bit, we're just gonna kind of knock around the castle a little. Build us up some cash and a couple levels. Which shouldn't take us too long, but we shall see. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna go about all of this yet, as far as leaving in multiple battles and whatnot. But here, you see, we have murdered our first slime. Go us. We also stepped on a beetle. The grasslands are pretty much standard fare. I believe you generally find the little harder critters in the forests. Like here we have a worm. We're gonna step on the worm. Slice him with our swords here. Cut him in half and he'll wiggle off in 2 different directions. I feel so bad for the little slimes. They're just all smiley. They're coming up to you. How are you today? But anywho, I do believe the pyramid mountainous area, I guess hills, are considered even like a step above the forests. I could be very wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went in previous games. Also, the reason I'm starting with 4, besides it probably being my favoritist of the series, is that it doesn't really, like... You don't need to have played 1, 2, and 3 to get the story of this one. Actually, 1, 2, and 3 are considered their own sort of loose trilogy in themselves. Like, they kind of follow a bit of a story, and then 4, 5, and 6 actually are sort of clustered together. Like, you don't need to have played 4 to play 5, or 5 to play 6. Like, it's not like that. It's just the mythologies are a little clustered together. I'm not sure how much more I can say about that without it being spoilery, so just know you're not missing anything if you've never played 1, 2, or 3. Although they are awesome games as well. So if you've never played them, pick those up too. They're fun. Actually, 3 is fun because you don't actually get, like, predetermined companions. You get to make your own companions, which is, like, super awesome. Obviously, questing with your friends and killing things. Or killing your friends. But we're not playing 3, are we? Like I mentioned, I love 4 because you actually get these glimpses into the beforehand. Like, you're not just the hero meeting up with your companions along the way. Ooh, I did a critical blow. Go me. You also randomly saw me go and heal. Which I probably didn't need to do, but... paranoia. Keeps you alive, don't you know? Eventually, we will cycle over into the nighttime, and we will see stronger enemies come out. I believe there is a critter called a dive rat, and there is another critter called, I believe it's just called a babble. It's just a little poison slime looking thing. They come out at night. So hopefully we can grab another level or 2 off them. Oh, actually, I will try to build up to probably 1 more level, and try to scurry off to Izmit if I can. We will see how that goes. But yeah. Actually, if you look at the character art for Ragnar, I have always, even as a little kid, thought Ragnar looked like my dad. Just mustachioed and, okay, not so stern looking, but... So even to this day... Oh, look! Nighttime! See, there we go, we got a little babble friend here. He will poison you! So probably best to take him out first. But even to this day, like, when my dad calls me, the picture that pops up on my phone is actually Ragnar. And actually his music plays, so... Yay! We have gone up to level 3. So, obviously early on, not that hard to gain levels. As you go on, it gets a little iffier, but... Oh yeah, and towns change at night. People sleep, so you can't buy stuff at night. And then there are other towns where certain shops only open up at night. So, very, very much the tactic of this game. I probably should have showed off what else this guy will do for you. If you hit inform, he will tell you how many points you need to reach the next level, and anybody else that's in your party as well, but since we are a party of 1, we only know us. Revive, obviously. Revive a dead person. I believe this game, they follow you around as little ghosts when they die. Pretty sure that's right with this one. Detoxicate, acts as if you use an antidote on yourself if you're poisoned. Uncurse will probably never see me use, but there are certain weapons and armor in this game that when you put it on, it curses you, and you can't take them off. I can't think of any specific ones right now that why that would be a problem. We'll run across them, I'm sure. I'll forget. They're usually pretty obvious. Like Sword of Destruction, or the woman of this house is waiting for her missing husband to return. Aw. Or like Devil Mask or something. They're just super obvious that they're probably not kosher. Anywho, we still didn't get our... We are nowhere near our 550 we need for our chain sickle. But, let's see. I have 1 medical herb. Fine. I'll go ahead and pick up another and probably an antidote herb. And I will head my hiney off to Izmit, because I do believe I have enough time to get there. So onward we go. What I love about this game, though, is it actually moves pretty quick, and I absolutely love the story of this game. I want to fangirl about it, but I can't because I'm playing it, and therefore spoilers. Just know that there will be much the fangirling from me later. Be ready for that. Actually, I really love the DS remake they did of this game. It's funny to watch, though, because being so used to seeing things like this, the top-down perspective... Oh, by the way, our very first cave. But seeing things from this top-down perspective, you're used to seeing the layout in one way. Oh, look, a dive rat. Nothing special about him, he's just a little fangy rat, me. But growing up being so used to seeing things from this one perspective, in that game, you can turn the camera, like 360 around you. Confuses the hell out of me. Like, suddenly I have no idea where I'm at, what I'm doing. Like, oh my god, I've been through this cave a million times, but from this angle, where am I? Anywho, Ragnar, I'm on my way to Izmit Village too. I believe this is our slow compatriot. We'll name him Carl. His name is Carl. Hello, Carl. Hello, healer slime. I don't want to hurt you. I am a lover of all slimes. He's adorable. He needs to hurry up and die. Wow. Just contradicted the hell out of myself there, didn't I? You will run out of magic eventually, little boy. And then where will you be? This is why you need the chain sickle. If you have the time to walk around and gain that money, do it. Because this fight would have gone so much faster. But even then, this cave isn't gonna kill you. I said, even at level 3, I've hardly taken any damage. 40 gold. I like it. I will take it. Stab a worm, squish a slime. And just on the other side of them stairs, we see the bright and shiny sun again. That went so southern, I'm so sorry. Anywho, Izmit, if I can get there. At some point, I may... I don't know. I'll have to decide how I'm gonna do the battling. Because I want to show off creatures. But at the same time, I don't want to spend entire videos walking 3 feet and getting attacked. Anywho, we've made it to Izmit Village. And we have also just hit the 20-minute mark, so I think I'm going to call it a video. Seems a good stopping point. We've reached our first... what would that be? Checkpoint, as it were. Alright guys, I will catch you next time. Later!